Hey there gamers, DreamcastGuy here, and I honestly don't mean to make a video so late in the day, but the AMD CEO, the head honcho, the person in charge of making not just PC parts, but a lot of stuff for most game consoles, just went on stage and talked about the next Xbox and the Steam Deck. And it sounds like the strategy for Xbox Next Gen, it's not just a hybrid console. It's not just going to be a system that plays Xbox Game Pass and PC games and have like Steam on it. It sounds like it's going to be very powerful and out a full year before the PlayStation 6. Will this work? I honestly don't think it will, but let's take a look at her statements and a lot of the leaks around this, because it has been a day that's very odd. I still don't believe the next gen Xbox is even coming out, but currently the plans on paper is Xbox Series XXX very, very soon. Let's talk. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, this literally just came out and instantly the reactions are quite negative, to be honest with you, which is that AMD CEO Lisa Su said from a product standpoint, Valve is on track to begin shipping its AMD-powered Steam Machine early this year, and the development of Microsoft's next gen featuring AMD is progressing well for a launch in 2027. Now, this to me sounds like the Steam Machine is done. The Steam Machine is not just designed, put together in boxes. It sounds like it's literally ready to go. Now, for me, I've been talking about this in a lot of videos. I'm extremely excited for the Steam Machine. I just love, honestly, my Steam Deck is so cool. The fact that this is just a more powerful Steam Deck and honestly a more almost console-ified PC experience, extremely excited for this. I'm glad that this doesn't seem to be delayed. It seems like it is on track for release, but a lot of people are talking about the fact that Xbox Next Gen just seems useless at best. Now, a lot of people aren't excited for the idea of the PlayStation 6 either. This isn't even a console war. A lot of people are like, I feel like Xbox and PlayStation are at the halfway point of their life cycle. Why are we talking about next gen? RAM prices will determine the pricing for sure. Going to get crazier since neither will be subsidized that much. Now, both Valve and Microsoft have straight up said that they're not going to be essentially eating the cost. PlayStation does. Nintendo does to a small amount, but PlayStation does it more than anybody else. If they're charging you $700 for a PlayStation 5, a lot of times it costs them $750 on the back end, because Sony makes billions, tens of billions of dollars, literally every single year on the software, buying everything first party or third party through the PlayStation. That's how they actually generate their profit. Whereas since the Steam Machine isn't really about the games as much as it is the hardware, and as much as, honestly, Xbox isn't even releasing games at this point, they can't afford that upfront loss. I also saw Shinobi tweeting about this. We're going to take a look at the exact leaks about it, but a lot of people are like, man, this means new raises are on the way for Game Pass. Write this down. Game Pass will surely come to PlayStation day one, because if you can't beat it, you have to surrender. We will not be there. No one is going to buy it. Wait, what? Things are getting spicy. Now, there was actually a leak early this morning from Jez Corden of Windows Central, and I think that Jez is honestly a pretty bad leaker, though Windows Central is only him now. I don't even know. They might as well just call it Jez Central, but he has talked about the fact that he has some concerns and excitement about next gen, but he says that from what he's heard, it's still a fair bit away. It's dropping in late 2027 at the earliest. And a lot of people are talking about this because he has exclusively leaked a lot of stuff about it, like Project Keenan and stuff like that. So if his sources are saying late 2027, people are like, all right, there's some validity to this. But now we know, according to the CEO himself, apparently it is coming out. The system on chip is ready to go to support a 2027 launch. Now, there have been leaks from Moore's Law is Dead that essentially the power of the Xbox Series XXX, the next gen, is actually going to be beefier than the PlayStation 6. Moore's Law has done a bunch of different leaks specifically about a lot of stuff that Sony is up to and what Xbox is up to, and it seems like his sources specifically are on that AMD side. He's talking to the manufacturers, to people that are making these chips, so he kind of sees the crystal ball of what's coming down the pipe, right? But what's wild is that he has said that it seems like this thing is not just going to be more powerful, they are trying to get it done and out as quickly as it can, right? So leaks aside, they're trying to really get this thing down, right? They're trying to get it out. It sounds like Microsoft is set to launch in 2027. The wording here is important, as AMD said ready to support the launch in 2027, which hedges against AMD outright confirming the release year. So that could mean that we're helping it. That's our current line in the sand, but maybe they're going to push it out further. Now, over on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit, I love this Reddit. You can see they posted this 14 minutes ago. Some people don't really know how to classify this because over on that Reddit, people like to kind of tier the leakers. There's good leakers, there's bad leakers, there's people that are sometimes right, but sometimes extremely off base. And people are joking, okay, what tier is the AMD CEO? If you're leaking this, if you're coming out making a statement, is that an official proclamation? It's weird to hear about the Xbox, not from Xbox. But here's the part that really stuck in my brain, right? The Xbox 360 was world-changing success. If you were gaming in 2006, look, I liked the PlayStation 3 a lot. Towards the end of its life cycle, I really liked the end of the PS3. I think it really, really came out ahead, just by the tiniest skin of its teeth. But for most of that console generation, the Xbox 360 was a billion miles ahead. It had all the big exclusives. It had all the great games. God of War, Mass Effect, Gears of War. Mass Effect actually started as an exclusive on it and stuff like that. I mean, it was the place to play. And a lot of that came down to the fact that it launched a full year before the PlayStation 3. The Xbox 360 was out, getting played, getting crazy games, getting Call of Duty, getting Halo, before the PlayStation 3 even announced its $600 price tag, which ended up just selling even more Xbox 360s. So it sounds like, in a way, they're trying to repeat that success. Sony and Microsoft have talked a lot about their financials, and Xbox admits the only time they have ever been profitable, ever, was the Xbox 360 generation. That's the only time where they really sold enough to sort of be not just above water, but fully solvent. It sounds like they're trying to basically see if they can repeat that magic by having a stronger system out first. Now, leaks suggest they're launching a more powerful Xbox compared to Sony, so it might be worth it while they do an early next-gen only console on the market. It's going to be more expensive, taking advantage of supply-demand while it's there. Sarah Bond has basically confirmed 2027. While it's just a 4-game scenario, still, the whole idea of a PC masquerading as a video console seems like a train wreck in the making. A bad Windows update will cause havoc for the users. That's just the thing. I have next to no faith they won't do exactly what you stated. There have been a ton of leaks specifically that the next-gen Xbox is not trying to just be the PlayStation 6. It's not trying to be the Nintendo Switch. A lot of the appeal of game consoles, the reason that gamers really get locked as these console ecosystems is because they're just so easy. I press this button, my PlayStation 5 is going to instantly boot up, it instantly turns on the TV, all the games auto update, the online play is super easy. You can just be super dumb and it plays perfectly, right? Yes, PC has better graphics, it's got more mods, it's got more customization, more hacking, more crazy stuff that makes the games have a extremely high ceiling. But a lot of people like the fact that, honestly, you can do so much. And this next Xbox, it's a weird mix because it'll be able to play Steam games, it'll be able to play stuff like the Epic Game Store and stuff, but it doesn't sound like it's going to have that other part of it. It's not going to have the other appeal of PC gaming, building your own PC, doing those custom mods, doing those custom experiences. It sounds like it's going to basically just be like, well, a kind of dumbed down PC that barely plays Xbox. I'm in a weird spot where I think I'm excited for next-gen Xbox just on a theoretical level, but it's very difficult for me to imagine it's actually coming out. Every leak about Xbox is that they're just geysering billions of dollars every single quarter. I just can't imagine them actually spending the humongous amount of money it takes to build the infrastructure, make these systems, make all these chips. I just really think this isn't actually coming out. If this exists, clearly AMD thinks so, but I'm still deep in skeptical swamp. How do you feel about it, though? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and please keep dreaming. Look at that. Isn't that the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life? Yeah, I know it is. Look at that. Hey, I'm Cloud. Maybe we should kiss a little. Oh no, I'm having a flashback. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.